and you gonna murder this one and murder that one. Talking all that bullshit. I'ma put it to you like this, yo.
This is for the nerds, this is for the brainiacs, this what we deserve. Go ahead and play it back, you ain't gonna touch me, you not gonna do nothing, you are not above me, I bet you wish you was me, I know it, I know.
What is poppin', everybody? And welcome back to another special episode of the Only Friends podcast. But you know, it's me and my only friends, which includes, but is not limited to, the man that has never got it thrown to, Landon Tice.
Wow, I thought you were gonna flex and like change it and be like, just kidding. Wow, it got thrown to me, guys.
Oh man,
I couldn't do it like the day after you cried and complained about it.
Right,
But,
yeah.
Maybe like a week later.
I was really
got
crying
you.
and complaining. I was
You
literally bringing up.
little
Nah,
crying.
You cried and complained.
There was one single tear that rolled down.
No, there was like 6, but it's okay. Let's pop it, Landon.
I've never seen that before.
See me
Landon
cry?
cry?
No, seen it get
yeah.
it thrown to Landon.
No, yeah,
it hasn't.
he was
seen
complaining
it.
about it the other
I
day.
wasn't complaining. I was
No.
merely bringing it up.
I'm sorry, you're wrong. You're right. He wasn't complaining. He was crying.
I brought it up the other day. I was like, wow, Landon really gets showered and never gets thrown to. I didn't even bring it up to him, though.
That's what I'm saying.
Well, now you got it. What are you gonna do with it?
Yeah, what are
Yeah,
you
what are you
doing?
going to do?
Cry now. The day's finally come, guys.
What's poppin', sidekick? What are you doing over there?
You know, I realized that I was complaining on the way over here. I was like, man, I just don't understand what the need to step all over an intro is all about. And now I realize what it is. It's because when Conrad does the intro, he throws it to one person, and then from that person, the group just like dives in.
Yeah.
The other day when I was taking over, I was like, okay, I'm gonna give everybody their proper dues. I'm gonna throw it to the tortoise, and as soon as I throw it to the tortoise, everybody else is just like, you know, I'm here too. It's like, I'll fucking get to you, man. Hold your horses.
Right.
But now I see it's all created from the chaos of whatever the fuck is happening over there.
Hi, my name is Conrad.
Hi, Conrad.
You're a shell of yourself, man. You looked all dapper and cleaned up yesterday, and now you look like you just rolled out of a 5-day bender.
It was like apparently a 5-hour bender. And let me tell you something. PokerStars parties bring the worst out of me.
Well, we know what happened last time.
The worst or best?
I don't.
Oh my
It
god!
depends on what time of the day.
Landon just had an epiphany.
It just reminded me of when Conrad came flying in from PCA after the.
That was after the PokerStars party.
Right.
I
I don't know if we have footage of this,
Yeah.
but
I'll have to fish for that
He
one.
can't
6
handle
hours
it.
after Conrad had the drunkest night of his life, he came in 30
smelled
minutes late.
so bad and sat right next to me, and I was just like,
There was just nothing but alcohol presence on my body.
oh my god, this is what nightmares are made of.
I mean, we sit down as a group and we're like, what do we got to do? You know, what do we got to do to get out there more, to get a little bit more notice, get asked to come to these venues? And it's like, maybe not show up 30 minutes late to a pod blacked out drunk.
Maybe that's what gets us back.
That had nothing to do with anything. That was fucking the best part of the podcast.
Yeah.
Literally.
For everyone but Landon.
That was hilarious.
Not for Landon.
Well, who cares about Landon? Jesus Christ.
It's true, man. I only get introed one time.
That's true.
I
And I
care.
had to cry about it. I didn't even cry. I just made a statement. I said, hey, you know,
You're not allowed to point out the obvious here, buddy.
Yeah,
Yeah.
not
Tears.
around here, buddy. We know
Yeah.
that it hasn't been
buddy.
thrown to you.
yeah. A
How
lot
do you
of,
feel about that,
pal.
a
buddy?
lot of complaining, not a lot of problem solving. The only way you can solve it is by crying.
Right.
That's true.
What's poppin'? What's going on here?
Yeah, keep it rolling for a second. I have to text Hunt. I forgot.
Oh, okay.
shit.
Oh, Matt Hunt.
Nikki!
No.
Nikki!
What's up?
What's poppin', baby?
I've never got it thrown to me either.
You're
so
lying.
do I have to cry?
Wow.
You're lying. It has been thrown to you.
Yeah, has
Thrown
it?
you.
Yes, it
Yeah.
has.
Okay, well, I forgot because
You just wanted another reason to cry.
I didn't feel loved enough.
So, what's poppin'? You've done all the cool shit recently.
I know.
You played in the big game.
I didn't mean to.
Yeah, but you did.
I just thought, there's a free roll. I mean, what are the odds? Let's just fuck it. Let's go. And I then ended up playing the big game. It was a pretty incredible experience. I think we're gonna get to it in a little bit, but yeah, I haven't played any poker. I mean, besides on the big game, but I haven't played the tournament poker.
Most importantly,
Like-
forget the big game and everything else.
Yeah.
You not getting to play the main event afforded you the opportunity to fade the $100 last longer.
That's right.
Right.
Fuck, I
Landon.
Landon
Which means
100.
that
Got a little money for
you
you.
will not be contributing to the Landon Tice fund. Put it on the tab.
Yeah.
You just put it on the tab. I'm not going to send you actual cash.
Wait, he has a tab?
He owes me so much goddamn money.
Oh my God.
Not really,
Okay,
though.
you know what? It's funny because someone at South Point was talking about Landon's tab, and I said, Landon doesn't have a tab. Conrad has a tab.
Conrad has
and
a
he
bit-
goes,
Conrad has a
and he
real
goes, No,
tab.
I'm pretty sure Landon has. I was like, I don't think Landon has a tab.
Landon has
So
figured.
I was dead wrong.
Landon
My
has figurative
apologies.
money.
We don't have a tab. We have a running number.
What the hell do you think a tab is? This is the literal definition of a tab.
No.
It's not
Yeah,
shaped
yeah,
like
yeah.
a tab.
He's never been to a bar. He doesn't know what a tab is.
Right.
No.
He's trying to say it's not a tab because sometimes you owe him money,
the
blah,
thing
blah,
is,
blah.
it
But
is
like,
it is a figurative number because
Thank you.
it's a number that's built off of him having 5% of
everything,
me.
right.
Right. So
Yeah.
like it'll always eventually go positive in his favor.
Right.
Unless I die or
Then-
basically it's the best free roll he's ever had.
I'll settle
Right.
with Eric.
Yeah, because like
How do
The
I
only
not
way he'll
get?
owe
How
me
do I
money-
not get just a free roll of all of Berkey's action where it's just going to be passive money coming in?
It's not passive.
It sounds very, very passive. What are you doing to earn this 5%?
It's
Literally
true.
nothing.
He's right. When I made the deal, it was for me to get 5% of you as
Oh,
well.
but he doesn't play
You never
anything.
fucking play
Yeah,
poker.
I get
true.
it. Yeah.
I got
It's true.
5% of a goddamn dusty
So that-
$3,000
that
min
makes-
cash.
That makes sense. You're not just handing out free 5%
No, I'm
everywhere.
just taking the worst of it.
Right.
This kid's supposed to be playing high rollers by now. I thought I was going to
Yeah.
have like a 5-ball of 100K.
Yeah, you're
Here
like,
I am just
yeah.
holding my dick.
You're like, about a year from now, he'll be at Triton playing everything.
Yeah.
You thought you got in early.
I thought I was going to be the
Yeah.
be the VIP that got to invite him to the Triton series. But
Yeah.
no, here we are just holding my dick getting 5% of a 1600.
Right.
You're just
Early
hoping
investor.
You're just hoping he goes to play a 2K one day, you know?
Fingers crossed he makes it to a fucking WPT main event.
This is all your fault, Burke. This is all your fault.
I know. I made him rich the wrong way.
No, you showed him the gym, then he found the gym, then he found the apps, and now he doesn't play poker.
And he got his fingers wet.
Yep. You got your fingers wet, all fucked up.
All right, let's reminisce.
Oh shit, we got it.
we got it. Oh,
Look at that face.
What is different? Wow, your arms are so much bigger now.
Yeah.
Dude, that's all right.
Quit feeding his head.
Oh my god,
Look.
What are we looking at?
Oh my
There he
god.
is.
It's like
is
the
that him?
Undertaker. It's like the Undertaker.
Oh my
Call off
god.
the search. Call off the search. Call off the search. Here he comes.
I don't like this.
This is unbelievable. He's got a shot with him.
I think that's water, bro.
I don't know. It looks pretty. Doesn't look like water. It looks like seawater, maybe. There he
What
is.
is poppin', everybody, and welcome back to another special episode of the Only Friends podcast. Well, you know, I'm here with my only
go.
friends.
He sounds so down bad right now. He sounds like a cry for
Hey,
help.
listen, he made it. He's here. What up, Conrad? What's poppin', baby?
Yo, my fucking head hurts. I lost the
bet.
car. I lost the car keys last
No,
night,
no, no,
guys.
you didn't.
No,
you didn't.
no. You didn't.
You never had the
You
car.
never had your car.
Look at his face right now.
You gave in your drunken stupor. You gave the keys to Henry, and he brought the car back home. with
I am a
Landon.
fucking genius.
You're so smart, dude.
Wait, when did I find Henry?
Huh? Like 10. This is like 10:30
Bro.
in the chat that you gave your keys to him.
Maybe he's the one
And
with
then
the
at
illness.
4 in the morning, you said,
look
"I
like
lost the
you look like you're trying out for an extra in Passion of the Christ.
You don't look good, cuz.
Oh man,
Zing!
that's so good. So
Oh,
good.
man. You guys are lucky to have me. What would you do without me? Do you have anything to retort, Landon? Conrad, would you like to defend yourself?
I'm still drunk. I have nothing for you. PokerStars parties, they give me McAllen. They don't have doers. Fucks me up real good.
You know, Guap, I know we talked about like the lighting on his face, how it gets a little bit shiny. I'm starting to think that it's just the days he comes in sweating out booze. It's probably not the actual lights.
I think you're right.
Can we get some powder on his face here?
Or maybe little
Yeah.
fucking electrolytes.
I think you're right.
Somebody get him a Gatorade, for
Jesus,
Christ's
this
sake.
isn't even an after dark episode, man. What are we doing here? Christ almighty.
At some point, it was dark, and now it's after dark.
Fair.
You are still drunk.
Oh, that's better.
That is better.
Listen, I wasn't lying.
Wow.
What did they have you
great.
do with poker.org? They had you like kind of doing Tiffany Michelle's type of thing. I saw the one clip where you took her job.
No. I didn't take Tiffany's job.
I know, it was the
Usually,
joke. It was the joke.
I'm the yin to the yang.
Okay.
Okay?
The 6 to her
So
9.
what does the yin? What does the yin do?
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, let that one breathe a little.
The yin or the yang. I'm not sure exactly which
I think it's
one.
yin.
Yin?
Yeah.
It's yin.
What's the yin do?
No. I'm not doing this. No. That sounds very Pittsburgh. No, absolutely not.
Yins.
No, I'm out.
They're her yous.
I ain't got no answers for you.
You're the yous to my yins.
No. I can't do this.
That's true, though.
I've been doing
That is true.
some cool
God.
videos.
What is this?
Oh, this is the shit.
Now, she's reporting her neighbor, who's ex-Catholic by her demand, and Landon's supposed to talk to. Well, she doesn't know what to do. She says I shot her for coffee milk. Says she hates me ever since I arrived. Says I'm not allowed to go unheard. We got to a beach and challenging in court. That I would not be an occupant of an assembly hall in her state. They're there to say that she's having fun. Not with yet they set up a policy. Let's leave her say she's moved in. And that she just, she don't want the challenge. Here we go. She plays with Pittsburgh Steelers. She wants no Bowling Green, Ohio. Let's bet up for that. She wants someone else. Here we go. Now she says she hates her. She's got a growth for 27 years. She's like the show says hi. And she won't let go of the pages. Here we go. She says she doesn't take this liquor. She says the word hate every day. I've never been in a dwelling.
It's all
No, we had to hear what he had to say.
There we go.
What is he wearing?
He's wearing Landon shorts.
Landon, you better text him and get your shit back, man.
That almost certainly
Meanwhile,
was
in Pittsburgh. Yeah, meanwhile in
Yeah.
Pittsburgh. Oh, of course it was. You heard his accent. He mumbled something about the Steelers.
So
Then he was-
she likes the Steelers. Here we go.
He's like speaking in iambic pentameter.
He was, though. It was.
It's very
I like
Shakespearean.
Shakespeare.
Yeah. This was this is what the Steelers have done to us this year.
Yeah.
Even though they're 5-3,
Steelers.
it's just
Got us mumbling in the street at 7 a.m.
I mean, come on. That guy's fresh off of a midnight shift at the
Right.
mill, carrying his lunch pail.
Him and Conrad are at the same party.
We have actual footage of Conrad from both PCA parties.
Jesus Christ. All right. Well, while we're derailed completely, let's give you guys a little bit of a tease for our potential merch coming up for the Black Friday sale. We have 2 options for you.
Ooh, let's go.
It's going to be an In the
like
Muck t-shirt. This is option number 1. Actually, this is option number 1. I'm sorry. I had to do it this way because of how I listed the pool. So option number 1, In the Muck below the ITM. Option number 2, In the Muck cutting through the ITM. We're going to put a little poll up for you guys. If you would kindly vote on which one you like better.
The second one's so meta. The in the muck is in the muck.
What do you guys think they're gonna like better?
I like this one.
Let's not influence them.
Yeah, let's
I
not
don't think.
influence-
I don't think we want to.
I mean, we're not influencing them. We're
That's
just
true.
taking our pick.
That's true. Yeah.
I personally think it's In the Muck on the bottom, but I don't know. I'm not quite sure.
I'm one of those people that's so indecisive. I just buy both. Decide later.
That's what you should do.
We're not going to give you both.
Oh, I'm not gonna pick.
We're
now?
choosing one.
Well, I like that better because then I don't have to choose on my own.
Yeah, this is so tilting. I took the time to create the poll before the show started.
Yeah.
And then it just didn't let me start the poll.
Best
It,
laid plans.
it expired. So now I have
You
to
were
type.
you were too early with your
no,
assignment.
It's too early.
That's okay.
You know what they say in investing? Being too early is as good as being wrong.
Yeah, I heard you bought 5% of Landon's.
Being too early is as good as being wrong. Yeah, you know what? I was lucky enough to be one of his first backers when he moved out here. That was back when he used to play poker. Won one fucking event, showered us, gave us our little crumbs, and told us to kick rocks.
Girls ruin everything.
No, don't listen to her. You don't listen to her, Landon. The whole reason we're getting rich is for girls.
Aw, that's kind of sweet.
Yeah.
It's kind of
It's
sweet.
just evolutionary biology.
Oh man. Yeah.
So where's your girls?
Me? I'm too old. I'm beyond the reproductive age.
Okay.
You're now living
just making money
vicariously.
for nothing now.
Yeah. No, it's for the next generation.
For
of
to
course.
feed their mouths.
Right.
Yeah, okay.
Yep. Landon, you don't have much to say here. I don't know. Like
Yeah.
They got me, man.
they got you. They got you. I get it.
How did
man.
you even bust?
Hijack opened. I jammed 23 with Jack 10 suited from the big blind.
Only Jack High, huh?
Look at a fucking chart.
That is not put to a
You can stick your charts up your ass. There you go.
I'll take the $100 with me though.
Wait,
I think he still owes me like $45, so you'll probably
do I get 5% of this last longer?
He should.
I think I should.
Yeah.
I think I get a rebate here.
Oh man.
Well,
Wow.
Sweet.
Hands in the
First
cold
of-
hard cash.
sweet Guapo money.
Guapo's-
Nobody wanted to
Listen.
last longer more than him.
That's
Guapo
true.
is always the first to pay.
Guapo fucking puts us in these situations. I don't understand it. He just wants to gamble
Yeah.
with us.
Right.
In a spot where he knows he's not winning.
Why wouldn't we do
I just don't get it. He wanted to play pickleball versus me. He never touched the paddle before.
It's
In a
motivation.
spot he's not winning. What are you talking about? Nikki didn't even play. You were out before the tournament started.
I
lasted in orbit. Landon and Hunt,
He doesn't play tournaments.
Landon and Hunt ran it up. That
I
easily
don't
could
either.
that could easily could have been Guapo.
Yeah, it's true.
Nice.
Very good point. Very good
Nice.
point.
No, I do play tournaments. It's been a good week. It's been a great week.
You play on
Didn't you
Sundays.
just get second place in like a ring event or something?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Don't do this.
Well,
Don't do that.
cheer him back up again.
No, I'm doing great. It's been a good
he's
week. Been a
good.
good
He's
couple
still he's still on his high from his arms comment from Berkey. He's
He's just
fine.
roasting.
So you're
You
playing.
guys don't even realize how tall I am, okay? I have no arms and it's not my fault.
No
your
arms.
arms legit got bigger.
Yeah, I'm aware of that now, you know? Everything's okay. Everything's okay. I'm going to be fine.
All the kids are all right.
Fingers are wet.
Relax, man.
Nikki,
Pruning.
you're playing the 5K today.
I am.
That's very exciting news.
I know.
That makes one of us.
Somehow, amongst a room full of professional poker players,
Here I go.
two of which play high stakes, you are the only one playing the 5K today.
Yes.
Isn't my life stupid? My life is like so ridiculous.
I think that you're living the dream here. Why don't you tell us a little bit about this experience?
Like, okay, so fresh off of dodging lasers at a Mr. Beast video.
Keep the hoodie, yeah.
Right.
I got some swag from that. I come back to Vegas and we all have tickets to the main event. But just before the main event, there's a free roll shootout tournament in which the winners of each table get to audition for the big game. So I was really excited about that. I even like wanted you guys to talk about it on the show, you know, and like I was just looking forward to watching it. And then I was like, well, why not do the free roll? So we did it, and then we signed up, or we got our registration done, and then we started doing the shootout. I've never played a shootout before, so I really thought that was like a long shot to like win a shootout tournament. I did ask for some advice if anyone out there is going to play a shootout tournament. I asked Jesse Sylvia and Chris Moorman for their best advice. Chris said to play tight aggressive in the beginning until it gets shorthanded and then go nuts. Jesse said to study three-way spots and heads up. So I did that. I did a lot of like studying three-way spots, but it didn't matter because I punted off 60% of my stack immediately, like immediately on a bluff. I was so depressed. I was so sad. I thought for sure I was going to be the first one to bust, and then one by one, people just started getting picked off by the other people, and I was grinding a short stack for an hour, and then just shoved on it. I was just shoving on everybody, like every time I was all in like so many times, and got a lot of folds, won a lot of flips, and here we are. Oh, by the way, shout out to Jeff, my heads up guy. He watches the show, so
Hey Jeff.
he's pretty.
What's up,
he
Jeff?
was
What up,
pretty
Jeff?
cool, very supportive. Yeah, and then we started, then right into filming for like 5 days straight. I was so tired. We only had like 5 hours of sleep a night, but it was really, really, really fun. I can't really talk too much about the actual action.
Can you talk
the
about?
outcome?
Can you actually talk about the process of getting chosen though?
Yeah. So I know there was a lot of like.
You had to dodge lasers.
I had to dodge lasers. Thankfully, I dodged them this time. There's a lot of speculation online about like how the audition process was, and I know they like didn't talk much about it, and you'll get to watch it all. But there was 2 parts. So the first part was there was 20 of us that won the shootout, and we're all in a room together, but in separate groups. So we're groups of 10, and they took us down one by one to basically like grill us on questions, and there were anything from poker questions to why would you be a good fit for Loose Cannon, like who are you, what's your poker journey been like?
That's a good question.
Yeah, who the
are
fuck
you?
are you? I was like, I never know. But yeah, so I guess that went well, and I moved on to the next round. And it was kind of like a lot of anxiety because we had to wait hours between the rounds. So we had to wait while the second group was getting interviewed. And me and Lily were in the first group, so we went and played cash. And we just played 1-3 for like 5 hours just waiting for the second round. And we didn't know what was going to happen in the second round. The second round ended up being a game of 2 truths and a lie. And they basically, I think, wanted to
nice.
just see what you were going to come up with, what kind of personality you were going to bring to the table. And that was really fun. I won't tell you what my 2 truths and a lie were because that's part of the fun of watching the show. But
Nice.
But yeah, and then the selection process, they announced the results, like we're all together in the same room when they like announced.
Did they
Right.
play fanfare music like dun 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 dun?
No, that would have been good though.
Yeah.
But yeah, I really, up until the wire, like a lot of people were like, oh, of course, da da da. But like, I really didn't know if. I didn't think it was a lock because
I think
there were some really good personalities.
Man, if there was betting lines, I'd be rich.
Yeah,
because I would
for
have
sure.
fucking 100% taken you and
Yeah,
Lily.
yeah.
And over, it's not even close. I didn't even have to look at the rest of the field. It's just like, oh
that's
my
the
God.
thing. It's like I don't know what the rest of the field looked like.
Yeah.
But I told you this whenever you won the shootout. I don't know what percentage chance you had of winning the shootout, but I thought you were like close to 100 to getting picked once you win. Just from a casting standpoint, it's
Yeah.
like
For
you're just a dream candidate. You know what I mean?
Thanks.
No, I mean,
go on.
it's just like from their perspective, especially like with what the big game used to be with the loose cannon.
Yeah.
The loose cannons were like playing satellites on PokerStars. It was literally like the moneymaker dream.
Yeah.
Where you're playing like penny satellites or dollar satellites, whatever, and you're trying to run it up to this 100K opportunity and then win. And you're getting like people who are accountants and, you know, just normal folk. Well, that's never going to be the case now, right? Like they run that shootout, and I understand that there were probably a lot of people that you competed against that are recreational players, weekend warrior types, but they still have to win a shootout. And they're competing against people who may be playing like serious recreationally or like semi-professionally like yourself or professionally with other streams of income like Lily. It's tough for them to emerge from these sit and goes. And then the ones that do, it's really difficult to separate yourself, right? Like if there were 20 people chosen?
Yeah.
Okay, so like of those 20, 16 are going to be just like random middle America white guys and then 4 women. And it's just like, okay, 100% at least one of those 4 women is going to get chosen because their story is just going to be so much more unique than this cluster of kind of, just general poker bros.
Right.
You know? So it's like, okay, well, I don't know what the other 2 look like, but I know you and Lily, and the big differentiator between you and Lily is that you have a big YouTube following and you haven't been playing that long. That's a lock. It's like, what more could you ask for when it comes to a loose cannon? This is exactly what they want, and it's kind of just like the prescription for getting chosen. Like winning the shootout was the tough part.
Yeah. You know how like you were saying earlier when I was on the show that, you know, once people like know you in the poker community, people just see you as a pro, or they'll slap that label on you. Like when Maria Konnikova like wrote her book and stuff, and then she won a tournament, then you just like, oh, now you're a pro.
Right.
When like really like we haven't been playing that long. Like this is year 3 for me of like actually like studying and playing poker, and so I was actually worried that like was too known in the poker community, which like looks like I'm like a pro, but I
that was my fear for Lily.
Yeah, okay.
Because like she's just been playing for 15 years.
Right.
And it's like I know that they kind of had that line of like, well, we don't want it to be a professional that necessarily comes in.
Yeah.
But along the same lines, it's like, well, she's also just, you know, she's done so many other things. Like at one point she was Daniel's assistant.
Yeah.
This was maybe like 7 years ago, something
Daniel
like that.
Who?
Negranu.
No way.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
And she doesn't play high stakes. Like,
No.
And that's the
It's like
thing is
5'10".
like I've never played over 5'10" really. I played once on Hustler. It was a 10, 20, 40, but it was for streaming, so it played like a 2-5 game. But those stakes are insane bananas numbers to me. So yeah, it was. That was actually one thing I was worried about, but because it was like it could go in my favor or not.
Right.
But yeah, I was really happy. If there was ever like an edge on either the shootout or the on camera audition, I definitely had the edge on the audition.
Right, of course.
Than the shootout. So I was happy to win the shootout. But yeah, my strategy for the shootout was just luck. And I think that pulled through. I wore my Rampage like luck box
Very necessary, yeah.
and I won with pocket fours.
Why is fours important?
That's his hand.
He won the bracelet, the first bracelet he won online with fours.
And it was the red fours. So
maybe if I ever win a tournament, I'll have a hand.
Yeah. Like Doyle Brunson has the 10 too.
Yeah. I'd like to have a hand.
You got to play tournaments.
Do I though?
Yeah.
To win them, yes.
Yeah.
There's a 5K today.
Not playing that. I have a cash game to go to after this that I will happily whale around in. Sorry, I don't know why I just got distracted. Shiny things.
Well, Conrad's over.
It's a very close race right now between the t-shirts. All right, now that there's a lot of votes in, which of the two t-shirts do you guys prefer?
I think the second one.
The
one with the underneath.
Can we display them back on the screen?
Yep. So that's
number one.
Yeah, that's number one.
And then number two.
That's number two.
I like number two.
You know,
I thought you did it the other way. Before.
Well, that was before my poll got shot to shit, so I did it the right way the second time.
Okay, so number one was my pick.
I think I like number one.
I was originally on number one, and then now I think I like number two.
Yeah.
Ooh.
And I like the what Nikki said about the muck being in the muck.
Yeah.
Like
Very meta.
So meta.
That is
Very
true.
meta.
That is true.
I do like the meta aspect.
Wow, there's meta.
Number two's currently winning.
Okay.
We got 40
Okay.
votes.
I like this merch too. Shout out to the Spaggy merch that I got for free.
Hey, shout out to Mr. Beast merch that I got for free.
Hey, shout out to Target sweater that I got for free because Michelle bought it for me.
If we're doing that, Haynes, thank you very much.
Hey, Haynes represent in the house.
Wow, Guapo going the
I know double Haynes.
the
I got
double
the wife beater.
undershirt.
The double undershirt. Yeah, look at that.
He's got the wife beater underneath the Haynes tee. Let's
man.
go.
He was trimming hedges today.
Thanks for that, Nikki.
He's got the white beater underneath so he doesn't get the pit stains. I understand.
Yeah.
You got to put in that work.
Apparently, this is a Goodwill for $7, man. They're just giving this shit away.
Yeah.
Well, I saw there was like dozens of it. How did they get there?
I don't know, but Mike Holtz.
No, I know Holtz and
I saw the poker.org story.
Chad. Yeah, and Chad went and bought them all. I just want to know who donated them to
Right.
begin
How
with.
did they get there?
Imagine it was like Marley. Like they're moving to England.
Yeah,
She's like, we gotta get rid of this fucking merch.
Yeah, actually, like it could have been.
Right. It's like, I'm
funny.
not bagging this up. I'm not
so
boxing
funny.
this up.
How much? Yeah, how much?
I mean, the
Spaggy
day
merch
this
can-
place closes down, they're gonna get hundreds and hundreds of
It
pieces of
does
self for
kind
why.
of bum you out. There's times where I go thrifting and I'll see a bunch of Run It Up merch, like all of Jason's like old stuff.
Aw.
Yeah.
Honestly, that doesn't bum me out at all. That kind of like that's really cool to me.
Really? How so?
Yeah, well, like that it made it to Goodwill. I don't know, because it means like somebody owned it at one point in time.
Okay.
Like I would never think going through a Goodwill, I would see like Full Tilt shirts or
dude,
anything
I see
poker related.
merch all the time.
Yeah, it's
Dude,
wild
yeah.
to me.
Yeah.
And you're like, someone bought that.
Yeah, it's just like I don't know.
Fun-
I guess we are in Vegas.
Fun fact: Chewy also had a clothing company.
What?
He did?
No way.
What was it?
Was it like yoga merch?
Was it called Chewy?
It's called Lucky Chewy Clothing.
Yes. LCC,
Yeah.
baby.
And then I think one time there was like a bunch of merch on a truck and like it fell off the back of a truck.
Oh no.
That's
Like,
usually
actually?
that's
Yeah.
usually how I get my stuff from Best Buy.
Like for a time there was Lucky Chewy Clothing. Like he's got his own clothing brand.
Guapo, if you ever see some Lucky Chewy merch
Gotta cop it.
at Goodwill. Please
got it.
pick some up.
I asked him if he had some. He didn't think.
I've seen some chainsaw.
Wait, if you see
Chainsaw.
chainsaw merch, please pick some up.
You got it.
My
Hold on.
hero.
I'm hoping that I can find this.
Oh boy.
Okay.
All right.
All right. We found a little something.
Okay.
Dan O'Brien at one point in time
Oh yes.
had a clothing line as well.
Juice box.
Juice box clothing.
I know
No
about
way.
juice box. Oh, you didn't know that?
No.
Oh yeah, I own some juice box stuff.
I won't lie. I didn't hate it.
No, I didn't hate it either.
If it's that image
It was
that I'm
very-
looking at, that's dope.
It was very of the times.
Yeah. Well, yeah. It's something that like 20-year-olds would for sure get into.
Well, I'm 20. Like, we'll see.
Yeah. Well, I can't.
20-year-olds like 15 years ago.
The thing is, I can't find like
You're
any of the
mid-20s now.
actual.
I'm like a peak millennial.
Millennial?
Yeah, like I'm good at the game.
Oh, okay.
Like I would know it was cool for 20-year-olds 15 years ago.
Okay.
Let me see. Maybe there's
Old soul.
maybe there's some. So I found the old Twitter account. Wow, they follow me.
Ah.
Thanks, Dan. Yeah, there's no images. That's the thing.
Oh,
I can't find anything. But they
Oh my
they
God.
they literally basically turned juice boxes, like actual juice boxes, into animations.
Mm-hmm.
And they had like a wrestling one. They had I had all the like super out there ones.
Yeah. Wait, which one did I have? I had a couple of them, but I don't remember what they were.
And this was poker player merch?
I mean, you could probably if you
Not
just like
specifically.
if you just Google Dan, you could find it. Like
That's
if you-
true.
Yeah, if you Google him, like him at a tournament back in like 2007 or 8 or 9, you'll see him wearing it.
Yeah.
I think I want some of this merch.
Yeah.
I saw a picture of it and it looks so dope.
So
Yeah,
we're
it's
selling
cool.
everyone else's merch right now, but ours.
This is
Ours-
why. Yeah. This is what
Ours
we
is
do.
going to be for sale during the wonderful Black Friday sale.
Hell yeah.
Can we like
Just in time for WPT.
Mm-hmm.
And nothing like a discount on stuff we're
Yeah.
about to sell.
There
can
you
we
go.
like
Look at
revamp
that.
the juice box clothing line?
Yeah, can we just steal that idea?
Yeah.
It seemed like pretty sick.
I love it.
I mean, I have to tell you, if I learned anything during that time frame, it's that you don't make money with T-shirts. Maybe though through YouTube. They did not have a YouTube presence.
Well, it's,
Right.
yeah, you make and like they have so many good like middleman T-shirt companies now where like you still get a decent profit margin. So
Yeah.
like I feel like times are changed. for
That's
better or
true.
for
Holding
worse.
inventory was always tough.
Yeah, exactly. You don't have to. It's on demand now.
Right.
Do all of that stuff. You could have like limited time merch, and like do different designs every month.
Yeah.
Well, a lot of options.
We should
Pretty
do that
cool.
more often,
Yeah.
as we are.
I'm sorry I missed your guys' episode on how to prep as like loose cannon for the show. That probably would have been helpful.
It probably would have
to
helped
watch.
a lot.
We had no time to do
Yeah.
anything or even barely sleep in between shooting. But I did get to meet with Hunt before going in about some of the math behind like the free roll and like it basically being an overlay. Like if you're only up a certain amount, like if you're up under 50K, like you still have this overlay where it's more worth it to gamble in spots
Okay.
because like you're risking less to make so much more.
Right.
I almost
Right.
died when you typed in the chat that the thing that you were most focused on
Yeah.
was making it to the end.
Well, it wasn't that. So my strat was because he was giving me strat on how to absolutely maximize profit, which
Yeah.
is awesome
Yeah.
because I needed that. But also this is like the dream cast of players to play poker with. Like
Your lineup was unbelievable.
I'm never gonna get this opportunity again, or like maybe I will, like once in a blue moon. But like these people in a room: Phil Hellmuth, Jennifer Tilley, Alan Keating, Arden Cho. I am and Lex. I will never get to play poker at those stakes with those people ever again. So for me, the experience was more valuable than any money I could ever win, which is why I wouldn't want
How
to.
rich.
I wouldn't want to dunk it all off in the very beginning and
Of
only get to
course.
play 4 hands.
Yeah.
So I obviously I'm gonna get it in. I'm gonna gamble if the spot comes up. But it's like I pictured it as being like deep stack in a tournament where in the beginning I just have to be way more nutted to want to get my money in. Whereas as the game goes on, yeah, like if we're halfway through, well, now I've had the experience. It's great. It's been fun. Now we can start to gamble. And if I'm up less than 50K, I'm just gonna start going aggro.
Yeah.
But my table was so crazy, and you guys will get to watch it. I'm not going to give away too much, but they were aggro with each other. This was the splashiest game I have ever seen.
Helmuth really mixing it up.
Oh yeah, really mixing it up, really getting in it. I think he played at least 2 hands per 50.
He's a fucking look. I love Phil. We've buried the hatchet, but he's a fucking vulture. He's everything that I describe when I talk about a vulture. The guy who just fucking comes in and goes, "What's the minimum in this game?" And then he sits with it and he just chatters and chatters and chatters while he's folding and folding and folding and folding and folding and folding and folding until he makes a set and then doubles up.
But it's kind of funny.
To who?
It's funny. It's like a brand. It's like it's like being on brand. You know that I used to get asked, like, back when I first started playing, like, who would be your dream person to play with, and I always said Phil Hellmuth.
Yeah.
Oh, Keating.
Every single time. And
It's definitely Keating.
It's always Keating.
I didn't know about
Lucky
Keating.
for you,
Yeah,
you
really.
got both.
I got both. Yeah, and Jennifer Tilly. I've always been a fan.
That's
I love
awesome.
Tilly.
Yeah.
She's
She's
the best.
great.
But yeah, I mostly just I wanted to see a Hellmuth explosion. I didn't.
Did you ask her to be on the pod?
I kind of soft asked her,
Yeah.
you know, like she the podcast got brought up, and then she was asking me who else was going to be on, and then I was telling her, and then I said, and then whoever we can get at WPT will be the next batch, and she said, I'm going to be at WPT, and I was like, all right, we should talk.
Okay,
Let's
all
go.
right.
So I don't know.
Work those
maybe.
back channels.
I love her. That would be a dream guest.
Yeah, she's super sweet. She's honestly like, it's strange to me how like warm and welcoming she has been to the poker community.
Yeah.
When she just doesn't have to.
She doesn't
be.
need to
Right.
at all. And she was the life of the party. Like,
Yeah.
absolutely just so much fun at the table. Out of everyone, she was putting in her contacts at the table, like at the very beginning. She was roasting Phil. She was getting all these roasts in. It was so fun.
Yeah, she's really great. Just to even have on the set, but then also just she's not shy.
No.
to play big pots.
Oh no, not at all.
Which-
It was awesome.
Yeah. Well, I'm glad you had a good experience.
Yeah.
I was on call for 2 days.
That's right.
Thank God.
How did that experience go?
Not great. Not great at all. Apparently nobody wants to quit these games.
That's true.
Who knew?
Well, at my table, people were going busto left and right and just kept rebuying. There was so much
obviously.
money
You had
on the table.
Best fucking game of all time.
It really
that was something
was.
that I wasn't aware of. So it was like one caveat that we weren't sure of. We thought it was like 50K min max because that's most fair to the
250K max.
Yeah, we thought it was like most fair to the loose cannon that way. But then
Yeah.
I reread the sheet that was sent to me.
You read
It was
the
a-
terms and conditions.
It was a 250K maximum buy, and I'm just like, this may as well be uncapped.
Yeah.
This boy, we're playing 1-2 with 1,200 big blinds, 1,300 big blinds, whatever.
You think any alternates played?
No, none. Nobody's gonna quit these games.
No, there was one. There was one alternate.
Oh, really?
I
Oh,
won't-
yes.
I won't tell you who got subbed out or anything,
Mm.
but on the last episode of my season,
Oh.
there was one alternate.
Oh,
that came
okay,
in.
okay.
Yeah.
Oh, you guys filmed it that way,
Yeah.
where like
5 episodes.
you would film and then be like, okay, that's episode 1.
Yeah.
We take a break.
every 25 hands.
Oh, that's interesting.
And the other thing that was interesting that I've never played before was a pot limit pre-flop.
Yeah.
Makes it very hard to get any fold equity. So it's just better to flat in a lot of spots where you would normally 3-bet to see flops.
Yeah, well, that's one approach you could have.
In some circumstances.
Landon's like,
no, we ran sims with. Don't worry, the sim agreed. We ran it with Hunt.
Sim agreed.
The sim agreed that to flat queens. The sim agreed. No, it really
no,
did.
That can't be right.
But
Landon, your father agreed.
I gotta tell
father
you,
the sim.
I challenge this a little
Yeah.
bit.
Well, because like a
Same.
normal 3-bet size is pot.
Yeah, and also like in pot limit Omaha, you don't just start calling a bunch because you can't jam. Like your 200 big blinds
I
effective.
mean, the reason why you flat behind is just because of how many bigs you have. Like you want to protect ranges. You don't just have to only play 3-bet or fold.
Yeah.
Like
Well,
you can definitely play
I did
3-bet.
I did 3-bet, but I'm just saying that it's different. It's just different because the ante's involved, and so people are already defending wider.
It's like a
'cause the
tournament.
ante, yeah, and then the 3-bets don't get as much fold equity as they would
Yeah, but that's not because it's
You
pot
still want to
limit.
build a pot.
I don't know what it's because of.
It's because of the.
I just listened to Hunt.
I didn't want to get interrogated.
Yeah.
Don't interrogate me.
Don't question.
Don't question your father.
No further questions.
Yeah, I mean, deep stack cash games 3-bets just don't generate folds.
Yeah. Okay, that's fair.
But that's okay. You're 3-betting linearly in position. You're playing post.
Okay, so I guess I should be more specific. Towards the end, when you're trying to gamble it up, either by bluffing them or by just getting it in with top pair or good draw or whatever.
Yeah.
You're just not gonna get fold equity with the 3-betting, and you're just gonna dwindle your stack more. So seeing as many flops as possible with the shitty hands is.
Yeah, I could see that being the case, like end game strat if you're below 50K.
I mean, obviously, if you have like a premium hand, you're gonna 3-bet still, but like just to see flops, you're flatting like a lot more than 3-betting.
Yeah, I could, well, for sure. I don't know that would change a ton. Well, at least not for me anyway.
Yeah.
Like I would just be very risk on the whole time until I was profiting. Like I know that you said you kind of saw it like early, late, middle stages of tournaments, but I don't see tournaments that way either. Like hand one, if I can play 200 big blind all in, because I have a good hand. Like,
well,
I'm happy to do that.
but that's the thing is if you have a good hand, as you go further in tournaments, it's like your criteria for what is a good hand starts getting.
But that's
much
just because
wider.
stacks get very shallow.
Exactly. Well,
that won't happen here.
wasn't stacks getting shallow. It was that hands were getting shallow. We only have 13 hands left. It was kind of like a similar feeling to tournaments where it's like we have to get it in right now because it's essentially like being short stacked.
Yeah, I see it as the inverse though, because what ends up happening is the end game is greatly impacted by the early game strategy in the sense that when you're winning in the end game, you can just fold out for a very minor penalty.
Yeah.
Right. So,
which is like tournaments. So if you're on the bubble of the final table, if you're on bubble, then
no, it's the opposite.
Well, yeah. I mean, essentially, you could just like be okay. So chip preservation wise, like if you're on bubble of final table, like and you're just have a big stack, like you don't necessarily need to punt off.
No, that's exactly what you do.
Yeah, you punt off because then you get you get more chips because other people are handcuffed.
Yeah. Okay, I'm not gonna argue like it's very dependent, but it's like but having a huge stack going into final table is really essential.
Yeah, and what I'm saying is that having a huge stack in endgame actually doesn't serve you in this format because you're disincentivized to play.
Yes.
At that point, so a lot of the early game strategy is predicated off of that, in the sense that your goal actually is to like lessen the amount of total hands. By having a big enough cushion that you can just like fold out.
Yeah.
Similar to like the Galfond challenge.
Yeah.
Like where Vinny Vidi was like trying to figure out at what point he could actually just fold out the rest of the challenge.
Yes.
And just beat Phil for the side bet type of thing. So based off of that, like volatility early on is actually like heavily incentivized.
Right.
Because so long as you don't go broke, or even if you do go broke, it's kind of whatever. It doesn't matter because if you just preserve to get to middle and late stages.
No, yeah, you wouldn't want to preserve, like, but I was saying more like you're not being like aggro gambly, like you're playing your game, like as you would a normal game.
Yeah.
Whereas towards the end, like it doesn't serve you if you're only a small profit up.
Right.
Like it doesn't really serve you to continue just playing good poker and playing your game. Like now it's time to like gamble. And just take flips and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would take flip hand one.
yeah, exactly. So I wanted the experience.
I'll see y'all later.
Yeah, I would be like, honestly, I would actually strongly consider, I mean, maybe I wouldn't go this far, but I would at least entertain the idea of just like starting the game with like a 10K flip.
Ooh, I like
I'm just
that.
like proposing, like, actually, I definitely would go that far.
I like that.
I'm just proposing like, okay, let's start the game with a 10K flip. Because you could start off down 10K, which is meaningless.
Right.
You still have like 170 blinds or whatever.
Or being up 50K.
Or now you're up 40K.
Yeah.
Or yeah,
I mean,
50K.
right,
Yeah.
yeah.
Now you're just like up 50K, and it just becomes a matter of, okay, like let's figure out how I can leverage this 50,000 to get me to the point where there's only X amount of hands left.
Yeah.
which would be a fun.
That's actually
endeavor.
genius.
Yeah, I think that would definitely be the play.
That is genius.
Right.
Like, you just started off, because also, like, you just start off action. Like,
Yeah.
you know, people are going to be stuck 10K immediately. Like, oh, fuck it.
Yeah, there was no lack of action from Handwood
you,
on.
you had Keatings lined
I had
up.
and Tilly, and it was very splashy.
Yeah.
I can't wait for the episode.
There was like
It's gonna be
no
fun.
need to like incite further action. It was crazy.
Yeah, I think part of the strategy too, I would try to figure out at what point, with hands remaining, I would just auto straddle.
Yeah,
as
no,
much as
I
possible.
think the last 20, at least the last 20 hands, if you're only up a small amount,
Yeah.
or if you're down.
All right.
Auto
I
straddle.
think I would start
Yeah.
like, way
Guys,
sooner.
Absolutely.
Guys, I need to know what your game plan is if you have 20,000 in front of you and one hand.
I loved what you said.
hand left.
I loved what you said. That was incredible. Conrad said to the chat, he's like, if I have 20,000 and there's like only one hand left, where if I double, I still can't win any money, I would just push it to the dealer and say, hey, thanks for a great job.
Straight up, dealer, floor man, waitresses, everybody.
No. But what you should do is a 20K flip.
Yeah.
Sure. Yeah.
Yeah.
Or like, you know, anything that would get you into profit. A
Yeah.
5K flip,
So
whatever they would agree
When
to.
I was thinking about it, I didn't think of any possible way to
Yeah.
get me into profit. So I was like, all right.
You can get really creative with it. So like you're gonna have people who won't do a 20K flip, like Helmuth, right?
Yeah.
So you talk everybody into a 5K flip, but that's obviously not good enough. But now you have another 15K to
So you do
negotiate.
it the side.
So you do like a 15K high
Side.
spade in the hole with Keating or something like that. You know what I mean?
That's such a good idea.
That's
I wish
so
I would have
good.
thought of like little things like that.
You gotta come to the master. This
I
is my
know.
fucking domain.
I was
Like,
on no
I
sleep.
am the loose cannon. I literally try to be the loose cannon in every game that I play. So like manufacturing these things is very easy.
You're born too early.
It's
As
good as being wrong. Were there other props or anything along those lines that were a part of the game?
No, they said that we had free reign. We could.
Okay.
We could.
You guys didn't
we
do the
could
button game?
bounties. We could have. We didn't.
Oh, okay.
We
Because that
didn't.
was like part of what was emailed to me was that was going to be the one prop that was on.
Oh.
Was like the button bounty game or whatever.
No, yeah, like they pitched it to us beforehand. They're like, if you guys want to do it, it's your game basically.
Yeah.
So like, if
You
you
have
wanna,
so much power as the loose cannon in that spot.
Yeah.
Because everybody else doesn't give a shit if you win or lose.
Right.
But you desperately care if you win or lose, and you have the leverage to figure out like how you get to gamble.
Yeah.
Right. So as the game progresses and stuff like that, and people realize that you want to gamble more, like talking Keating into doing a round of straddles
Yeah.
is not hard.
Oh, he straddled every single regardless.
Yeah. Talking them suddenly into the 7 deuce bounty is very easy.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like basically anything that you think is like favorable to get pots larger so that you could potentially be all in is just on the table, and everybody's kind of up for it, which is such a really great position for you to be in as
It's
the
so
cannon.
true. It's so hard to though be on little sleep and then after 10 hours of gameplay thinking up creative
Right, of
things
course.
like that. Because I was just like, okay, what I was thinking about, like if I risk, putting in some gambling thing, like like it's dwindling my stack down each time if I don't win, and then my double up needs to be bigger in order to like
that's the gamifying aspect of you, is that like you would be openly making negative EV decisions, but they're canceled out by the fact that it's not your money, right? So it just doesn't matter. You're free reign to burn EV in order to try to recoup, because all the dollars that you recoup are your dollars. Right?
But it would have to take more recouping.
But you don't give a fuck. You don't care. I mean, I know that like you cared because like it was important to be on the set for some fixed period of time.
In the first two, like I'd say the first 50 hands, like I was like, it wasn't like I was knitting it up. It was
just
like,
playing normal.
I was just playing normal. And if there was going to be a spot coming up, I was prepared to take it. There just, it didn't come up. So,
right. But yeah, it's really fun because essentially what you are, like what the entire role of the loose cannon is, or what the archetype becomes, is you're the guy who's so fucking buried that the game's still running.
Yeah.
And so you just get to call the shots the whole time.
Yeah.
Literally the whole time. If you're like, we want to double the stakes. Nobody's going to tell the guy that's buried
so true.
that you can't double the stakes.
I didn't even, I wouldn't think of stuff like that because I'm not the guy buried at the table usually.
Right. You get to be Binwin playing 2-5 at fucking Red Rock
so
and just
funny.
throwing a party.
I did 100% VPIP by the last round, but
Oh yeah, I mean, you have no choice.
Yeah.
Let's go.
But it was super fun.
It really is a fun cash game caveat.
Yeah.
And like, even though I'll never get to play that role where it's not my money, it's fun to think about being involved in those types of games and environments where somebody's facilitating that role, and then others are kind of encouraged to just like play along.
Yeah.
Like, it's nice for someone like me or Keating or people who just like generally give a ton of action. It's always nice to know that there's somebody complementing that action in the game.
Yeah.
You don't want to be the only one, right? Like, Keating's been in lineups where he's just getting sniped. He's just playing against 6 fills.
Yeah.
And it's just like, no matter what you do,
That's not fun.
you're just in a shit spot because you're going to give way too much action while they just patiently wait. And it's just, it's not really a game at that point. It's just, you hope to cool one guy off bad enough that you break his heart.
That's like Vegas games.
Yeah, kind of.
Honestly.
Yeah.
Because I came from LA, and LA is very gambly, like
Right.
DGen. But then coming to Vegas, it's just, there's maybe like they're all just waiting for one splashy player.
Right.
But everyone else is just a huge nit.
Yeah. Yeah, no, that's very, very, very true. Very different between here and LA. LA, it's like patience is so heavily rewarded. Like, you can throw the tortoise in an LA game.
Yeah.
And as long as the rake doesn't eat him up,
They will
the man is
donate.
going to fucking print.
Listen, I'm the one throwing the party at South Point.
My point exactly.
I like that you're a DGen of
Yep, I am the DGen of DGen of the Jewel.
Oh, man.
You guys are all winning at the South Point.
Yeah, we're doing all right.
Well, that's because redlining is king. You understand, my young prince.
Well, I just mean like throwing the party is incentivized
That's
because you
right.
win.
Redline is king.
It's not like you're giving away anything.
You know how
winning.
liver is king? Redline is king.
Liver is king.
I want a merch.
Yeah.
I want merch of a tortoise on a jewel.
Yes.
Life of the party.
We got a lot of things in the
Yeah.
work. Maybe Sven makes an appearance. Who knows?
Sven?
And
We speak Sven?
Sven?
Spin?
Sven? Somebody followed me on Instagram the other day, and I look at the name. It's Sven.
Probably your cousin.
Might be.
All right, Conrad, I think it's time.
Jesus Christ.
It's time. Let's fucking go! Poppin', everybody. We are coming off a win last week. I mean, not everybody, just Conrad.
No.
No.
Oh, I booked one.
All right, well, just not Landon. How about that?
I had the spicy caliente.
Spicy caliente, the man says. All right, well, we're going to go around the room. We're going to find out who everybody's weekend warrior pick is.
Wait, was that the only person that lost?
Loser.
Oh, shit.
Loser. Sidekick, what you working with this weekend?
You know what I am doing, man? We got the Green Bay Packers
Let's go.
at home.
Go Pack, go.
The Down Bad Pack 2-7 pack.
That's right.
We got another caliente pick. I had my
Spicy.
choice. I had my choice of the lot. Kenny was a 1.5x spicy caliente pick to throw a touchdown. I said, "Ooh, that looks nice." Then I saw Naj. He was 1.25, and I was like, "No, okay, I think he's going to score a touchdown and only 1.25. Let's." Warren 1.75. I'm like, okay, he can get, he can break one from 15 out.
You want to get real spicy.
Then I saw my man George Pickens, GP. Come on, you can't hold this guy down much longer.
Can't.
Squeaky wheel gets the grease. Lamanna, you said it in the chat.
I said it in the chat, right?
He is going to get so many red zone looks. I mean, he might even just break one for 50.
This is what I'm saying, Burks. You went with higher, just going to need a touchdown.
Yeah, just
One
needs a touchdown.
You know what?
Either a rushing or recreational touchdown.
He will not get a rushing one. I can promise you that.
And to piggyback off of that, yeah, my man George is out there. He's chirping a little bit. He's chirping a little bit. He wants some opportunities. And in the NFL, that's what happens. The squeaky wheel does get the grease. So I went with higher, 42.5 yards. Burke, we're going to get it on one play. He's going to throw
This
a
line-
60-yard bomb
Bro,
to
this line
Pickens.
is a
We
joke.
both win on one play. How easy is that?
Hold
This
on, time
line
out.
is a joke.
That's really the line?
That's
it's
the line.
It's laughable.
It's a joke.
He's going to get
42.5.
Berkey, I need to borrow like 50.
Higher.
for sure. For sure.
Yeah.
Like 80.5 yards
Yeah.
was going to be much
Right.
more reasonable. He's going to put up Tyreek numbers this week.
He's going to get, and like, he is going to get a lot of opportunities, but I see it more as, I don't see
14 targets minimum.
See, I don't see it that way,
Kenny's
Burke.
only going to throw the ball 18 times.
I don't see it that way because we still got Deontay, and they love Deontay, right? So he's going to throw a lot to him.
Whoa. I love Deontay.
Said he as in Pickens.
Sailed him down the river.
No, I was back on him before the season started. I was back on the Deontay train.
Okay.
Deontay's fucking trash. Okay.
But I see it more as him not. I don't see it as a 8-9 receptions for like 130 yards, but I do see it as like 3 or 4 big chunk plays. Right. I see him getting a 30-yard catch, a 20-yard catch, a 50-yard bomb maybe for a touchdown. I see it like that.
That back shoulder, steel hand grips.
I would bet.
It's not out of the realm of possibility that he just gets 8 catches for 120, but I see it the other way, which we both win in that scenario.
Guys, we're never on the same side in these type of stealing situations.
Well, he is.
I do want to say, this man's going to get 42 yards on the fucking final drive of the game.
For sure.
Yeah.
This is what he does every fucking week. This is an
100%.
absurd line.
To beat Nikki's Packers. Sorry
That's
about
right.
that.
Whatever.
This is an absolutely absurd
You're
line.
playing for draft picks.
I'm an
it's
owner.
okay. It's okay.
Yeah, you should.
And
want,
we
you should
do
want
want
to lose this
better
game.
draft picks.
That is true.
As an owner.
Yeah. So George, he's got that gorilla grip. Speaking of gorilla grip, Landon, what do you got this week?
You've got to be joking.
You got my man. The Dolphins are on
Trevor
a bye.
Lawrence higher.
Well, you're
Get me off the
red.
screen.
You are so red.
Get me off the screen, man.
You're as red as that heart on your hat. Oh man,
This is too good.
Trevor Lawrence higher on what?
Nuts. Higher on passing yards, man. Now leave me alone.
Guapo, get the fucking camera off this man. What are we working with? Oh shit, my man Hunt's in the building.
That's right.
oh
Hunt is
baby,
Let's go.
Hunt, what's popping, baby?
what's up, Hunt?
Look at that background.
Oh, I love it. Beautiful.
That's what I do. You need a background. So here
Oh,
we go.
that's great.
I feel you. All right, what are we working with this weekend?
All right. So I don't know if you guys are even going to know what I'm talking about here, but I've taken a big risk. I've gone for a Manchester United player. They're playing like absolute shit right now, but they're at home against the second worst team in the league.
Okay.
So we've gone for Bruno Fernandes, over or higher than 0.5 goals or assists. Feels pretty okay, even though they're pretty bad by Man United standards. So we took a gamble on them.
Are they playing JJ Watt's team?
No. I guess they're the other candidate for possible second worst team in the league. They're like the second or third worst team, Burnley. They're playing Luton Town. But yeah, Burnley are not doing well this season, so I don't think I'll be picking any of their players anytime soon.
How many goals / assists does this gentleman usually get per game on average?
I don't know. He's probably like if you add goals and assists together, he's probably at like 0.7 or something.
But then you're auto profiting.
I mean, you would think, but the variable is the fact that Manchester United are like I said, they're playing like absolute shit right now.
Yeah,
they're terrible. If you played this game 15 years ago, they'd be 99% to win this game. But like right now, with the fall off they've had in recent years and the way that they're playing, like it's definitely a gamble to pick them. But Fernandes is their best player, takes all their penalties and free kicks, and scores most of their goals. So it feels like a decent bet.
Sounds like the Stone Cold lock of the week of the century.
It is
of the week.
I don't know about that. I don't know how confident I feel in Man United. Man United, like I say, they're really bad, but I think they're the best players, so hopefully he pulls up.
Your record is at risk here. You're currently 1-1.
I got a 1 for 1.
Right.
So we'll see how this goes.
All right. Guapo said once you have 5 completed picks, he'll add you to the leaderboard.
All right.
So this is week 3. You have a chance to get yourself
good.
out of the muck.
All right, let's do it.
All right, Hunt. Thank you for joining us and giving us your overseas pick. You heard it here first.
Overseas pick, yeah.
That's right.
I like that.
Yeah, you could have went NFL. They're playing in Germany this week.
It's true.
Oh, that's true. Yeah, the problem is I don't know fucking anything about the NFL. So,
Hunt, I'm gonna let you know a little secret.
Neither do we.
Right. We don't either.
Hunt, listen.
fair
If
enough,
you
but,
listen, Hunt, grab every dollar you can find and put it on over higher pickings. It's free money, man.
Wow. Never.
right,
Man,
I'll
I've
take
never
your
felt
word for
worse
it,
about
Connie.
it.
I know.
It's a beautiful thing, man.
Yeah.
All right, Hunt, thank you for joining us as always.
Pleasure.
Guapo, what do you got?
Let me clean up with Mr. Hunt real quick. All right, I'm looking to go 3 for 3, boys. On my UFC picks, I'm taking Alex Pereira. Graphic up.
Look how he just doesn't count his football picks.
Well,
We're about to go 3 for 3.
Those were in the past.
Yeah, so I'll be taking Alex Pereira this weekend. I expect him to finish the fight. He's fighting Yuri Prochazka.
Oh, he's gonna finish him.
Who is coming off of a really big shoulder surgery. So I don't expect
He's gonna
him
need
to be
another one after this fight.
100%. He also doesn't have to cut weight. He's moving up to light heavyweight, and I really like this. And I even booked it at -105, and it's -125 right now. So
I do like that.
You are so sharp when it comes to this UFC. You need to just send me the picks, man, and I will bet them.
I do like that the sharpness that he brings is just like, how long will a guy last?
Yeah.
Like
Right.
Guapo is just an expert in guys
But
lasting.
that's
I saw what you did there, buddy.
I can't.
Yeah,
I
he was,
don't know how to follow that.
he's been setting that one up like for the last 30 minutes.
Yeah, he has been. He couldn't wait.
I mean, I don't know.
Couldn't wait.
You know, you see a crumb on the floor, you pick it up and you snatch it.
I got you.
All right.
You understand?
I'm going back to my ways.
Big mistake.
I'm going back to my ways. You know, the dust ball's not getting higher than, what is it, 66.5 yards this weekend. He's just not doing it.
That's rush and receiving for what it's worth.
Recreational.
Or recreational yards.
Recreational yards. Okay, well, he's just not doing it.
Okay.
You know, I'm going lower, 66.5.
That's because all the yards are going to
Pickens, obviously. Duh. 42.5. I can't believe that. I'm pretty thrown off.
You guys
right
are
now.
kind of on the same side this week.
I know. I'm scared. Berkey's scared. I'm scared.
I hate that Conrad likes the
Me
Pickens.
too.
Yeah.
I don't even want to wake up on Sunday.
I'm
now.
very certain that Najee is going to go over 100 yards total. No doubts about that in my mind.
Yeah.
Well, I am taking every dollar I could find and putting it on Pickens.
6 and 3 after this week. You nervous?
Yeah.
No, I don't care. You gonna slap me? Who gives a fuck?
You're gonna care.
Nikki, I don't think you have a pick, do you?
I do not have a pick. Go
But
Pack,
what,
go.
what do you think? You think that these yellow and green people are going to come into the Steel City and get an upset? Truly, do you believe that?
I believe in my boys, man.
Okay,
That's
Yeah.
unfortunate.
Go
Well,
Pack,
she
go.
does have a pick for Melissa, so this is Melissa's pick.
Oh, okay. Here we
Yeah,
go.
Austin Eckler.
Austin,
Baby.
Higher
I'm
than
hoping-
48.5
I'm
yards.
hoping
That's
for that.
right. I'm Melissa, and that's what I picked.
This is a tricky one.
the Poo Dog
Away
pick of the week.
in Detroit, their defense has been playing pretty well this year.
Yeah, but he's Austin Eckler.
Yeah.
I
he's
would have went
Austin
higher on
Eckler.
touchdowns. He just scores every
He really
fucking
does.
week.
Yeah.
He really does. But he's just so good at everything he does.
Yeah.
Does he score when rushing or recreationally?
They spread it around.
He
You
really-
got to
he
get
really
the man
does.
the ball.
The man's literally our neighbor. We should just bet.
How are you gonna dox him like that?
We already did this.
No, we've been like very.
That means you're doxxed.
We've
Well-
done this multiple times.
No, we've been very discreet.
No, the hell we haven't.
All right. Well, Austin Eckler, we got your mail, homie. I don't know what to tell you.
We do have your mail.
We got all your junk mail just sitting around the house.
True.
Don't worry, we'll leave you alone.
I'm not even bringing it to your house.
Speaking of neighbors, is Kenny moving out?
No,
I saw a bunch of U-Hauls in the driveway today.
mind your business.
All right then.
Oh man, that's great.
Shit. All right. Do you guys got anything else? I feel like today's like properly derailed.
I think it's perfect.
All right, let's find the conclusion of the poll. 72 of you voted. It was 68% in favor of the muck in the muck.
Oh, okay.
Coming
All right.
through the ITM.
That's what we're going with.
Also, I didn't want to influence it, but I also felt that was the better one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Big
Okay.
fan of it.
Cool.
So I think that's probably going to be the one that we're going to go with. I'm going to continue this poll on our community post. You guys are welcome to go comment or leave a vote there to make it official. But be sure to stay tuned for that merch. It's going to be coming out sometime around Thanksgiving. We'll give you guys a little bit of time to purchase it. Maybe do like a week or two run. Maybe something leading up to Christmas. We'll see. We're going to have another run in store for you. We also have another surprise secondary shirt that we're going to put out. We don't know what the logo is going to be.
Who the hell farted?
Oh, we completely forgot.
No.
Efro sent us his pick for the weekend. He's taking the higher on 3.5 farts on the next Triton stream.
Oh, that's strong. That's strong.
That's a spicy pepper. That's the lock of the week of the
He
century.
is on the board.
He is on the board.
They are very gassy over there. Very gassy.
Very gassy.
I don't know what they're feeding them. So yeah, be on the lookout for new merch. Don't forget, if you guys want to submit your higher or lower picks at Underdog Fantasy, they are doing a $500 match bonus. Just head to the link in the description below or hit hashtag Underdog in the chat. It'll take you where you need to go. Use sign-up code S4Y for an additional sign-up bonus. That's going to do it for us. We'll be back Monday. I think we'll be back at noon, but I'll let you guys know on social prior. So just be sure to stay tuned to the OnlyFriends _pod Twitter, and we'll keep you guys in the loop. Thanks as always. We'll see you guys. Have a nice weekend.
Later, squad.
She said she likes us.